Hello, everybody. What an absolutely crazy giveaway. I think the video right now has well over 1,400 comments, which is insane. Be sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button for a chance to be involved in more giveaways. What's wrong with my camera lens, bruh? What is that, bro? This is embarrassing, guys. I'm really sorry about this. First things first, guys. The winner has been picked and the knife has already been sent. So by the time you see this video, that's all done. Don't try and cheekily scam someone, or this giveaway was all about love. Spreading the love. And let's keep it that way. I'll reveal the winner and their entry at the end of the video. Feel free to skip ahead, but you'll miss some awesome stuff. Guys, thank you so much for being involved in this video. If you took the time to do an entry, think about the artwork, and come up with an explanation, I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I told the artist about it and he checked through the comments and stuff as well. Zorgatron, thank you again for doing the artwork. I hope you appreciated all the thoughts that everybody put in just as much as I did. And yeah, guys, like I spent so much time picking a winner. Since the giveaway came out, I've probably spent 4 or so, not entire nights or evenings, but like an hour over a few different days. So like many hours looking through the comments, searching different terms, checking the legitimacy of entries, etc. And so I've spent a hell of a lot of time trying to pick a worthy winner. And I guess one of the big reasons why that is because so many of you put in so much effort. You showed so much love and thought and an attention to detail, maybe, is the right phrase, through your entries, through your comments. I don't think anybody was absolutely perfect. Some entries were super heavy in detail, but not necessarily exactly what I thought. And then some were less in detail, but kind of hit the nail on the head a bit, but not completely. And overall, yeah, it was just super hard to pick a winner. But nonetheless, some of you were close, and one person sort of shone more bright than the rest. All of that being said, there were some rats in the mix. In the future, if I do giveaways like this, I will not be accepting edited comments. That definitely made things a bit tougher. I felt like a university examiner checking copyright and if anyone was trying to fake their entries or sneak entries from details from other people. You know what I mean? It was... yeah, it was a cause of a bit of stress. For instance, on screen, these two names will be blurred. I'm pretty certain the bottom person was the first person to post this, and the person above copied him. Just straight up. They didn't really change anything except added an extra knife that they'd like. If they couldn't get the flip knife or the shadow daggers, they'd be fine with a Bowie. That was the only difference. Guys, don't do that. Yeah? Don't do that. So, with all of the good, there was definitely some bad. But overall, this giveaway, like I said at the start, it was absolutely crazy. You guys blew me away with the effort you put in. And talking about that, here are some worthy mentions from the comments. Jacob TEIXEIRA, shout out to you. Okay, so I keep deleting and remaking. The piece is showing you break out of your facade that was only focused on gaming and the internet. This was portrayed by the screens he describes. And then he mentions the dark clouds. This bit made me laugh. What emerges is a new fit parlour with a dope head of hair that is smiling and happy. The artist rendition of stuff, that was all him, man. I didn't tell him to make me topless or have my hair flowing out. But yeah, Jacob, you were kind of accurate, man. Thank you for your entry. Moving on, we have HENDRIX. For me, the new artwork means coming out with your true self. Shattered green head was Mantrousse. Not exactly, but yeah, you're getting at the right idea. Dark clouds representing challenges, computer screens, hiding your true self through Mantrousse. An interesting concept, but no, not exactly, bro. Parla was out and grabbing the P. For me, it means that you were done hiding, but I was never hiding behind Mantrousse. I read through so many comments that had interesting takes that weren't what I or the artist was thinking about, but that's what's so beautiful about this competition. You all came with your own interpretations. Jan, thank you for your efforts. The third honourable mention comes from Jonas Hansen. My take on the art is that in the top right, we see heaven. I wasn't going for this at all, but again, this is a cool idea. The big green face is representing our mind. Is it my mind? The group's mind? The followers of myself? The supporters of me, Parla Mantrousse? Brain, mind corrupted by screens, cell phones, TV. You're on the right path, Jonas, kind of. And then he also references The Matrix. I love this because it's one of my favourite films of all time. He goes on to describe a few more concepts, and then he says, the red man who storms out of the green face representing you, you are either Neo, the chosen one, or Morpheus, who shows people the way. Dude, Jonas, this was so sick, mate. I wasn't thinking of The Matrix at all, but I really like the idea that what you saw in the image is breaking free from a fake world into a real world, so to speak. Nice one, Jonas. Honourable mention number 4 comes from ZAID ASIRI. Change and transformation, full stop. He starts it like that. Very dramatic, I love it. The main idea behind this great artwork, shout out to Zorgatron, is that it represents how you improve mentally. That's definitely part of the whole concept of the art. I've been watching you for a long time. You had some bad periods, like he's mentioned depression, sadness. If you want to recap on all this stuff, watch my first video back from 2019, mid of last year. I think it was July. Parla Returns, I think I called it. Maybe it was because of how you were overwhelmed by the screens. These screens were important. They were a key part of the concept for me. Represented inside the head of your old self. What I mean by screens is social media, YouTube and all of that. Yeah, Zaid, you're getting closer, man. You're getting closer. Zaid, you did a good job, man. Shout out to you for your entry. The final honourable mention, I had to put this in. TEIXEIRA wrote a poem. He wrote a poem, dude. Up to the clouds you went, but you never knew what it truly meant. Your head was like hard, like cement, discontent, tormented urges to never stop and invent, always caring about the numbers and the cents. Predator-like eyes, you were in disguise, depression, anxiety and the like. But what more could you ask for? You have reached the final prize. I want change, I want alteration. You have always had that sensation, hoping you could stop the frustration. All of this has led to the cremation, a rising phoenix filled with motivation. So, poems within themselves require interpretation. So I'm interpreting his interpretation of my artwork that was interpreted by... Read this poem, guys. It's a decent little piece of work that really does hit on some notes that I was going for with the artwork. Toxic Scythe, massive shout out to you. However, there was one comment that stood out above the rest. One person that I had to pick as a winner. So, to explain, right, the interesting thing about this artwork is that we had some basic concepts, and beyond that, there's not like a huge level of detail, like in terms of theory to it. And the winner is, drum roll please as my wrist cracks, Anne Hong. I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. Anne has a very big explanation. Not huge, but filled with well thought out details. And he definitely picked up on some of the intricacies of what myself and the artist were going for. Everybody at home, read this through. And after you've read that through, So pause the video now, hit the like button. Again, after you've read it through, listen to my explanation. As I mentioned before, I had basic concepts that I wanted to hit in this artwork. At a base level, I wanted the artwork to show that I was coming back to YouTube, rejuvenated, passionate, and that in the image, we would see a contrast to that from the past. Does that make sense? The screens in the head, that's worrying about YouTube, the algorithm, views, etc., social media. The green head is like the old ego, so to speak. And then it's the new approach of myself, the red parlour, breaking out from that to start things afresh. Going from the black clouds into the clear sky, moving forward positively into the future. And for me, I think An Hong was the closest to describing that without giving too many details that I wasn't intending in the image. Again, many of you smashed it. Shout out to all of you that took part. I'm going to be doing more of this stuff in the future. Don't forget to follow me on all the social media outlets so you can see where I might be doing future giveaways. And of course, yeah, keep it locked on the YouTube. Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 7 PM CET. And that, everybody, is about it. Much love. And peace.